Hi, I'm Joel McConnell, Executive Director of Institutional Relations at Imperial College Business School. If you're looking for an institution that's at the intersection of STEM and business with the advantage of being located in the heart of London, we are the business school for you. Now, today we are very lucky to be filming on location at Olympia London. We're also very lucky because one of our alumni happens to be the CEO of the project. And so shortly, we'll have the chance to sit down with Julie Driscoll, CEO of Olympia London, to learn more about her experience, learn more about why she chose the program, but more interestingly, learn about her story and how she's, again, scaled those career outcomes after graduation. So let's go meet Julie. Julie, thank you for making time to speak with us today. It's such a pleasure to be here at Olympia London. Thank you for giving us a tour around the site as well. It's so exciting to see what Olympia is doing here to this part of the city. Could you start us off by telling us a little more about yourself?
So my name is Julie Driscoll and I'm the Chief Executive Officer at Olympia London. I'm also addicted to education. I think being a lifelong learner is core to who I am. I have 2 degrees. The second degree was my Executive MBA at Imperial College Business School.
It really sounds like education for you has played a key role both in your continued professional development but also personally as well.
100%.
And you mentioned you've done the Executive MBA with us at Imperial College Business School. You have such a wonderful profile and such an interesting story. Why Imperial College Business School specifically?
Well, Imperial College Business School was a natural choice for me. I did look at quite a number of different schools, but Imperial stood out mainly because of the corporate entrepreneurship and also because of the, I think it very much had an egalitarian feel, both from every single person that I met along the journey of discovering the university and also the different courses and electives. They were really just jumped out the page, lots around economics and digital transformation and sustainability. So all of those reasons just were an attractive part of studying at Imperial and what I wanted to explore as part of my leadership journey.
So think back to when you were in the decision-making process about whether or not to pursue the Executive MBA, and then sort of as you work towards applying and ultimately joining the Executive MBA at Imperial College Business School. What recommendations would you share with a prospective EMBA student who's thinking of studying at Imperial?
So first of all, I'd say definitely do it. Definitely find the time to do it. Also, really scrutinise the electives that are on offer right now, because those electives are going to be what you need to commit to when you're reading a book till 3 a.m. in the morning, or you have a very early start before a full day at work. They need to inspire and delight you, and you're going to have to really love learning about those different topics. For me, all of the things around sustainability, around digital transformation, around corporate entrepreneurship and innovation, those were the courses where I just didn't mind pulling an all-nighter because they were utterly fascinating. So think about your electives and feel very passionate about them, and it won't feel like studying at all. And just dive into those marketing groups, dive into those entrepreneurship groups. Just take advantage of every single opportunity that Imperial has to offer, because as a business school, I think it's one of the best out there.
If you had to name 1 or 2 sort of key takeaways from your Executive MBA experience, what would you share today?
There were so many memorable experiences. We got to go to Chile and Argentina as part of our Executive MBA. And that was a very joyful experience, particularly meeting people from those countries and learning about the opportunities and challenges within their economies. That was really stimulating. But back in London on the campus was my most favourite day ever. It was with, one of the great marketing lecturers at Imperial College Business School. And we had to split into groups of 4 and in a day come up with a new business and a marketing plan to launch the business. Our group decided to launch a charity called Every Child Can Fly. We got the whole class to write down their hopes and dreams that they had as a child on a piece of paper. Later that day, we asked them to turn those pieces of paper into paper aeroplanes. And our video for the launch of our Every Child Can Fly charity was to launch those paper aeroplanes into the sky outside of Imperial College Business School. And it was just a wonderful moment. Everyone loved it. It was like magic happening. It also reminded me of how in business we can spend days, weeks, sometimes months crafting business plans and crafting marketing plans. Whereas at Imperial, it's think fast, create fast, fail fast and win fast. And it's that innovative mindset and that corporate entrepreneurship that I think really sticks with me from my days at Imperial.
Let's talk about you today, your current role in your organization at Olympia London.
Okay, so as the CEO of Olympia London, I'm leading an organisation to reimagine the future. We're creating a brand new landmark within London. And as part of that comes a lot of responsibility. So what we've created is a programme called the Grand Plan. And that Grand Plan is very much focused, and I think quite aligned to what Imperial's focused on, in sustainability, in community, and very much on giving back to the planet and to the environment in which our businesses operate. So we focus on how technology can drive a sustainable building and a sustainable destination. So we're talking about it every single day. It's also enabling us to create accessible spaces, which is really important. Neurodiversity is very much on the lips of all leaders that I'm talking to at this moment in time. How do we ensure our own workplaces are accessible? How do we ensure that Olympia as a destination is accessible? So that means creating spaces that are not austere, that are not frightening for anyone, that are softer spaces where we're using technology to create lighting, where we can create forest-like atmospheres and breakout spaces at the touch of a button, where sounds can infuse our workspaces or smells can infuse our workspaces to ensure that all events that come here and all people that come here and dwell here feel like it's a space where they can create, learn, play and stay together. And that is what technology is enabling us to do, and what we spend most of our time thinking about is that reimagining the future with sustainability and community at its heart.
For those people who haven't yet come to see the site, it really is such an exciting space. It's really, so interesting to see how this whole part of London has been redeveloped. And it really sort of does feel very aligned with what Imperial College is doing at White City. So it's interesting to see alumni living something similar to what we're living as an institution. Just to pull back to your MBA experience today in your role and with what you've just spoken about here at Olympia London, is there any particularly useful aspect of your Executive MBA that again and again is serving you post-program as an alumni of the business school?
So for me, it's about being resilient, it's about being innovative, and it's really using the elements that I learned about digital transformation and the use of technology within our workplaces. Strategy clearly is a key part of what you do within your MBA, and what I think the Executive MBA gave me was the tools, the strategic thinking and frameworks to drive that transformation and growth. And I use those frameworks and those tools all day, every day. And I also think that leadership was a key part of what we spoke about, both as a cohort and what I speak about with leaders all over the world each and every day. And there are key aspects of leadership that is going to serve you well in whatever business that you're in. Technology is transforming our businesses each and every day. and the different elements of what we're talking about. As leaders, we need to navigate through all of this with grace and with humility that will serve us well through any kind of digital transformation.
So Julie, we haven't talked about female leadership, and certainly leadership principles generally apply across the spectrum. But if you had to share some advice or wise words for female leaders watching this video, what would you say to them?
Post-pandemic, we have flexible working. There's a great opportunity to be a wonderful leader whilst being a wonderful mother. And I want to encourage every single woman out there to take advantage of this flexibility, of this inclusivity, because it's very different than when I was a young mum. So all I would say to every single woman out there is just be fearless with your leadership journey. You can be a leader whether you're at home or whether you're in the office. So take advantage of that flexibility and realize your leadership dreams.
Fortunately, our time is coming to a close, but I did want to ask you for some parting words for future alumni. You'll no doubt serve as an inspiration to future female graduates of our programs, but I think in general, your story is so interesting and inspiring that would love to have your recommendations or takeaways or words or recommendations for the future for future leaders who graduate from our programs and go on to take on senior roles.
Okay, so one of my key recommendations is be humble. As a graduate of Imperial College Business School, you are in a privileged position. You must have been to have studied there. So being humble and being kind to others is really important. And what do I mean by that? I mean, champion others along their own journey, mentor people both inside and outside of your organisation, really act as a cheerleader for people within your business and people in other businesses, help them succeed. That is your responsibility as a business leader, and it's really important that you do that. Be very, very kind to yourself and to others. Most people come to work to do good. Most people come to work to make a difference. And for me, creating a lasting legacy is really important. Imperial College Business School is very much focused on creating businesses for good, and I definitely recommend that you find a job that you love to do, that you absolutely love to do, but that can also leave a lasting legacy for the planet. If you can be part of a business that's driving some kind of change, whether it be creating a destination such as this, which is going to really improve the local economy and the lives of millions of people that come to this destination each and every year, what an incredible story, what an incredible journey. In whatever business you're in, you can be the change, you can drive the change. And if you've got that loud voice saying, what about sustainability? What about innovation? How can we use technology to do something that's gonna ensure we're reducing our carbon footprint, or ensuring that we're making those marginal gains towards net zero, then you will be a leader that is valued within your workplace and you'll feel great about what you do each and every day. So that's my recommendation.
Thank you so much for making time to speak with us today, for continuing to be an engaged alumni, and for choosing to do your MBA with Imperial College Business School.
It was an honor. Thank you.